The Theme Hook Alliance is a project that is still gaining momentum. According to the project page, it's still only supported by just a handful of themes. However, the idea behind it is crucial to the way themes and plugins work together, or currently don't. The idea started back in 2009 to standardize the names of hooks that go into WordPress themes. A hook in WordPress is basically a trigger for a particular function. There are two types of hooks, actions and filters. Actions are functions that do something. For example, I could have an action hook that displayed a pop-up window if a particular page is loaded. Once the action is added with an add action function, it waits until a particular time in the page execution to fire a do action function to perform that function. Filters change the content of something. For example, I can write a filter that adds a profanity filter to the post content. I could create an array and store a list of words I want to remove, and then take the entire content of the post and check it for any of those words. If they exist, I could replace them with asterisks or other words or characters so they don't appear in the post. Filters are applied when an apply filter function is fired. In this case, an apply filter function would trigger before rendering the post content, so the content would be changed before the page was loaded, but the content itself remains unchanged in the database. Many themes add hooks that they use for specific functions unique to the theme, and many plugins use hooks as triggers for the functionality they are adding. But plugins cannot use hooks that are added by themes unless all themes support the same hooks. This leads to plugin developers requiring users to add code to their theme in order to add the functionality the plugin is trying to add. For example, my Notifications plugin. This plugin is designed to display a simple notification at the top of the page. There are a lot of different ways I could do this, different hooks that I could use, including loading it in the footer and then positioning the notification at the top of the page with CSS. But that's a pretty hacky solution, when the best solution would simply be to insert a div at the top of the page right after the body tag. Except there's not actually a WordPress hook for the right after the body tag. When this was brought up in a track ticket as a feature request for WordPress core, the lead developer suggested that adding a core hook was not the way to go, at least not yet. There isn't a lot of demand for an after the body tag hook to implement it into core, and until there is, it's not going to be added. And anyway, it isn't the place of core to add a hook. It's more the realm of the themes, which is where the hook would actually need to go to fire the right after the body tag. There are other strategic points in a theme where this could be useful too. Like, what if I wanted a plugin to display an ad right at the top or the bottom of the sidebar? I couldn't do that without editing the theme's sidebar.php. Or if I wanted to add something to a specific area inside the footer. This is the issue that the Theme Hook Alliance is trying to solve. The Theme Hook Alliance adds a standard set of hooks that can be used by plugins at strategic points within a theme. Themes that support Theme Hook Alliance hooks will automatically support any plugins that use those hooks. So, for my notification plugin, I can either tell people to add this particular do action to their header.php right under the body tag, or I can say, if you use one of these themes, it will work automatically and you don't need to do anything. The bigger that list of themes that support THA hooks gets, the more themes will support my plugin out of the box. And not just my plugin, any plugin that uses THA hooks. Child themes that wanted to change how a particular part of the parent theme worked could use those same hooks to add their own functionality in a custom functions.php file. As of the time this course was written, the Theme Hook Alliance consists of 27 different hooks. These all have a common naming structure. Each one is namespaced with the prefix THA_. Then the location within the theme is referenced, for example, THA_sidebar. Finally, there are 4 semantic locations for where the hook might be placed: before, after, top, and bottom. Hooks immediately preceding a block should use before. Hooks immediately following a block should use after. Hooks placed at the very top of a block would use the top, and hooks placed at the very bottom of a block would use bottom. For example, THA content before, THA sidebar bottom, THA footer top. Implementing these hooks in a theme is simple. There's a PHP file that can be included in your theme with a require once, and then it's just a matter of adding the actual functions where they make sense within the theme. The hooks file is written so that all the functions just perform a do action for that particular hook. This makes it easy if any of these are adopted into core. The hooks file will just get updated with new hooks, but the places within the theme where all those functions are added could stay the same. For an example of what could be done if your theme is supporting ThemeHook Alliance functions, take a look at the THA Hooks Interface plugin in the WordPress.org repository. This plugin adds an admin screen that allows you to add text or code to any of the areas that the ThemeHook Alliance hooks let you manipulate. Since we'll be building a new WordPress theme framework, we're going to use these ThemeHook Alliance hooks to make the theme we are working on as extensible as possible by child themes or plugins, and to implement some WordPress development best practices.